trait we were focusing on for this month was trustworthiness. So being an honest person, someone that can be counted on to do the right thing. And this is a life skill. So we're very honored to honor this group of students. And let's see who they honor. From Mrs. Saltzman's class he's absent today, but we're still going to say his name and honor him next month, Liam McCormick. We'll give him a round of applause. From Miss Balo's class, David Jimenez Miranda. Have their postal badge on these postal workers today. Okay, from Miss Balo's class, Jaden Purnell. From Mrs. Wilson's class, Jonathan Felix. From Mrs. Wilson's class, Nathaniel Corcoran. From Mrs. Bronner and Mrs. Dilling's class, Lacey Ann Campanilla. Also from Mrs. Bronner and Mrs. Dilling's class, Lauren Gamble. From Mr. Martinez's class, Charlotte Keogh. From Mrs. Van Rossen's class, Brody Bolts. From Mrs. Bristol's class, Zy Lampkin. From Mrs. Bristol's class, Savannah Ditko McGuire. From Mrs. Katz and Mrs. Belsman's class, Abigail Franco. For Mrs. Katz and Mrs. Belsman, Hannah Berry. She's absent too. We'll get it next time. From Mrs. Katz and Mrs. Belsman's class, Caitlin Tran. Must have been a tough decision for Mrs. Katz and Mrs. Belsman again. Amaya Gray, this is a good problem. Come on up, Amaya. Absent too? Oh. Okay, students, let's find out what they did to be so trustworthy. This means sometimes they might have made a mistake, but they didn't say, I didn't do it. She did it. He did it. They said, I did it and I'm sorry. They were trustworthy. Here, let's see what they did.
I work hard. I listen to my teacher and I won't talk. I work hard and I listen to my teacher. I work hard. I never gave up one job. I worked hard.